Welcome back to GBGuns Armory, the thoughts and feels deeper side of the reviews. The full reviews of pretty much everything you see here already exist on the main channel. If you haven't seen them on the channel yet, chances are you need to check gbgunsdepot.com because stuff posts there first. Only patrons get to see things sooner. Today we have something very new, something that unfortunately you probably haven't had a chance to hold yet. We got an early sample in to review in support of the launch. Yes, it's one of those things, but no money changes hands. This is just how companies have third-party reviews available. Doesn't mean we're shills. The automotive media drives cars for 6 to 9 months before car models come out. Nobody's calling them a shill. It's the same thing with these. Today, and this is a fresh release, is the Sig P365 Fuse. And it is different than the other 365s, and what I think is pretty cool about it is Fuse, F-U-S-E, full size. 4.3 inch barrel. That's right, a duty size gun. 17 or 21 round capacity. They have 21 round mags for it, and it's still that 1.1 inch thin profile of a 365. Now what excites me about this are a couple of things that even before I got to the range performance, excellent. Hit up the depot and you guys can watch that video if it's not already out on the main channel. But first, we're getting full 9mm performance. The barrel is over 4 inches, so we know that projectiles are going to do what they're supposed to and even get a little bit of extra boost. And you see that when we shoot the spinner with this thing. It knocks the steel. We weren't using high-powered ammo. It's just run-of-the-mill, average, middle-of-the-pack Browning 115 grain. It's middle of the pack as far as energy out of 24 loads that I've tested, so I feel pretty safe saying that. But we're getting the full-size barrel performance, we're getting full-size capacity, just big enough for my banana hands to stay on, which means if you wear XXL or smaller gloves, you will be able to fit your whole hand on this gun, but it's thin. Thinness doesn't matter too much for me. I said, these to hold on to, and I'm not a small guy. I like pizza and beer. I can carry a big gun and get away with it, but not everyone can. And granted, there are differences in bone structure, in torso, your hip width, your hip height of your hip bone area, as far as what you can carry and get away with. These are all things that, of course, a lot of people would prefer you ignore and just try to carry the latest cool thing. Well, my point being, there are a lot of people who are unable to carry large guns, like SAS2 TAC 4 1/4. I carried this all winter. It is, it shadows the little 365 Fuse, and yet this has a longer barrel and is thinner. Point is, a gun like this enables more people to have proper 9mm performance, good control thanks to whole hand on the gun, and proper capacity to be able to really train with or have as a nightstand gun or something like that. And that's another aspect that I thought was interesting about this. The original 365 was the compromise of all compromises. We're giving up ballistics, we're giving up controllability, we're giving up capacity to an extent, all in the name of concealment. This is the same fire control unit swapped into a different grip and with a different slide on it, and now you've got a full-size gun that isn't any of those compromises. This is a gun you could train with, this is a gun you could carry, and it's certainly a gun that could be a nightstand gun, plus they now have 1913 rails on them instead of the Sig rail. So, pretty smart thing. Done really well. And these cuts on the slide are more than just style, they're also shifting the weight balance in a way that makes this thing very controllable. Additionally, they went with a longer recoil assembly than the 365 XL, and I think that spring rate helped quite a bit. You'll see in the full video, this thing was very shootable. Because it's out now as a full pistol, it means that very soon you should be able to get the slide somewhere, and we know the X macro size grips are already available, so you can build your own somewhere, piece by piece, if you already have a 365. Pretty cool piece. It's the most excited I've been about a 365 since they came out. Not just because I can get my hand on it, but for practical reasons. It's a very practical gun that will enable many people to take advantage of and finally enjoy full-size gun shooting, even if they have smaller hands or a smaller torso. So I think that's pretty cool. Check it out. By the time this video is live, the full review of this should be live over at gbgunsdepot.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.